What's up, Sagittarius? As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new here, my name is Mel, your favorite reader, and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So if you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, as always, welcome back. So this is the November 2022 Tarot Scope for the sign of Sagittarius, and that is Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. So Sag, when I was getting ready for your reading, I heard the song Through the Fire by Chaka Khan, also sampled by Kanye West, but I heard the Chaka Khan, the original version. So Through the Fire. Let's see what that means. I'm interested to find out what that means. All right. We have Ascendant, and this says entrance. All right. So the Ascendant is the beginning point. It is your entrance. It not almost, but it represents your birth, your entrance into life, right? You are emerging into something right now. It's like you've probably emerged from the fire. I think that's why I heard Through the Fire. It's your entrance into the other side of things. I feel like there's this energy of coming out of a season of trials, a season of purification. You're re-emerging right now, okay? Oh, and where are my manners? To all of my November Sages, happy birthday. I sincerely hope that this new revolution around the sun brings you everything that your heart truly desires. I hope that you have abundance, great health, wealth, joy, blessings, and love. All right, so enjoy it. All right, let's get two more cards here for you. Through the Fire. Okay, yeah. All right. So we've got Mountains, which says obstacles. So yeah, you guys are coming out of a season that was particularly difficult, that was full of obstacles and challenges. And it's like you've made it. You've made it through the fire. All right. And then we also have Yin Yang, which is balance. All right. So I feel like you've gone from a season of instability, of change, of hardship and obstacles. And now you're entering into a season of stability and balance. So things are going to feel a lot more stable for you in November. I feel like it's been a season, this whole thing, this season of obstacle that's leading to this season of stability. It's all about personal development. And you're a sign that knows personal development well because of the nature of Sagittarian energy. It always requires you to expand, right? Expand past your comfort zone, expand past what you are comfortable with or who you are comfortable being. And so many of you had to stretch yourselves during this period of obstacles and challenges. And now you're going to emerge as a more balanced person. I feel like some of you in this season of obstacles, you guys were particularly hellish. And I don't mean that. I'm not trying to throw shade on you or anything like that. I feel like through the fire, I feel like some of you put people through the fire in terms of your attitude and your demeanor. I feel like because you were feeling unstable, it's like you set your whole world ablaze and people were like, feeling like you were a bit harsh, that you were perhaps extra blunt. But I feel like now, even like your emotions are going to mellow out. I feel like a lot of your personality is going to balance out, and you're not only going to feel more stable, I feel like your environment is going to be more stable because it's like you've put out that fire. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. And this is almost like the same energy that Scorpio had, this emergence as a new person. And this makes sense because especially if you're like a Sagittarius sun, you're about to go into a new revolution, right? It's your birthday, it's your personal new year. And I feel like that's a lot of times when a new us emerges. But there's a lot that you've learned during this season of instability to stability. So let's see what else we have for you for November. We've got the 9 of Cups. All right. So I see you feeling really good. I see wishes fulfilled. I see this period of stability is going to make you feel really good. It's going to perhaps be everything that you hoped it would be, everything that you want it to be. I see that happening. All right. Yeah, we've got the World card. So you've completed a cycle. Like I said, you're re-emerging. I'm getting like rebirth. For many of you, you reinvented yourself, or you're in the process of reinventing yourself. You've developed, you've leveled up, and now you're emerging as a completely different person. Yeah, we have the 8 of Cups. So there's this element of leaving the past behind, but not only leaving the past behind, it's leaving the past you behind. And you guys don't necessarily have an issue with that. I feel like, again, you guys are very natural at expanding yourselves, almost like a snake shedding its skin. It's very natural to you. So letting go of what you don't need, letting go of your old self. Some of you have let go of a relationship. It's almost like you're walking away from the relationship because you're choosing you. Okay. That's what I get for some of you. Let's get some more cards here. All right, we've got the Moon. Okay, so I get the sense that this is a particularly sensitive time for you. Many of you are in touch with your emotions right now. Some of you are feeling a bit fearful. You're like, I know that maybe you've been in a season of obstacles for so long that you don't necessarily trust the fact that you're going into a season of stability. So there's a bit of fear there. A lot of you are really listening to your intuition right now, especially for those that are walking away from a relationship. I feel like you're letting your emotions and you're letting your intuition guide you here, which is the optimal thing to do. I feel like November is by and large going to be a very emotional month for you. I see nothing but like emotional cards. I feel like although you're going to be feeling a little fearful, perhaps, the overwhelming emotion that you're going to be feeling in November is joy. Even if you're walking away from a relationship, I feel like as much as it may hurt or as much as you may be fearful about the future, I feel like you honestly feel really good about it. Like you're not sitting here crying. You're not sitting here boohooing. I feel like, as a matter of fact, like you really wanted to leave this situation, and leaving just makes you feel really good. Okay. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles. And let's get one more with this deck. And we've got the King of Cups. So I see 2 kings here. Some of you are choosing between 2 kings, and it's not gender specific. So just because I said king doesn't necessarily mean it's a man. Anyone that sort of, it could represent anyone really. But this King of Pentacles and this King of Cups, these are 2 very different people. They exude very different personality traits. The King of Pentacles is someone who is dependable. They may be, good with money. They could be in they're very stable, right? And then you have this King of Cups who's very fluid, who's very emotional and who's very intuitive, right? I get the sense that many of you are leaving. I feel like this is sort of emblematic of that period of obstacles and instability that you were feeling before, okay? And I get this sense that there's something in your spirit that's been craving stability for a while, and this is someone that you could have been dealing with or in a relationship with. This is someone who could be a water sign, that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or they could just be someone who's very fluid, intuitive, someone who goes with the flow, someone who may not be necessarily that stable, okay? And I feel like you're leaving them for perhaps this person, this King of Pentacles person who's stable, who's dependable, who's reliable, who's very grounded, okay? This could also just be the personification of the situation I'm discussing, right? This could be that period of instability and change, and this could be that period of stability and groundedness. But regardless, I feel like you're leaving one for the other, whether it's a relationship, you're leaving one relationship for another relationship, or it's a situation where you're leaving one situation for another. Some of you may still be on the fence though. I feel like November has you figuring out where you want to be. And I feel like many of you are going to be leaving that instability for a more stable situation. But I feel like there are some decisions to make. Not even just decisions in terms of where you want to be, but I'm also getting like logistical decisions, okay? So let's say this represents a situation or a relationship, right? You were living with this person. Now you have to think about, well, where am I going to live? How are we going to divide our stuff? Sort of the logistics of this move, whether this move is physical or whether it's more metaphorical, the logistics of it may be something that you're trying to figure out. You're trying to figure out how to make this work in the real world, this transition from instability to stability. You're trying to figure that out. All right. Let's get some more cards here. Let's get some clarification cards. I want to clarify this world card and see what this transformation is, what this level up is, or what it represents. We've got the Knight of Wands. Interesting. This transformation is very fast. And for some, I really do feel like it involves some sort of move. So some of you may be moving. If you notice this card here, this road, I see you guys physically moving, going to a new place, relocating for some of you. Some of you may be moving at a distance, right? Or you're moving to a place that may have a very different climate than what you're currently used to. So let's say you lived in a place like Florida, right? You may be moving to the mountains. So you may be moving from like Florida to Colorado or something. Now you guys know that you guys like to travel. Long distance is kind of your thing. So you may be moving to a place that's remarkably different than where you currently live, okay? But I get like this transformation, it's very fast, it's very quick. And for some of you, it's very impulsive. I feel like this move, you're trying to orchestrate it very quickly. You're trying to do the most all at once, okay? But I see it working out for you. Even though it may be an impulsive move or an impulsive decision, I definitely see it working out for you, okay? Now, I want to get one on this moon card and see what we have here. Okay, yeah, we've got the Six of Swords. This is about moving on. It could be about moving on in your mind. This could be about moving on physically, but there is this element of movement this month, okay? Movement in the way that you think, movement from instability to stability. And there's a bit of fear that comes along with that. And not even just fear, I feel like it's an emotional thing. Even though you made a decision that may be considered impulsive, I feel like at your core, you're really feeling it. Like some of you may even be mourning the fact that you are moving from one place to another, or from one situation to another, or from one relationship to another. I feel like it is emotional, but not overly emotional that you can't make a decision or that you can't move forward. But yeah, there's definitely movement forward this month. And now I want to clarify this King of Pentacles and this King of Cups. First, let's clarify this King of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Hierophant. So this period of stability, or this situation of stability, or this relationship that's more stable, it's very official, okay? Like if this is a relationship, if this King of Pentacles represents a person, I feel like this person is official. This person is a boss. This person is a leader. This person has clout. This person, very stable. They could make a lot of money. They could be older, but they could be someone who a lot of people follow, who a lot of people revere. So they could be famous. They could be someone who garners a lot of attention or publicity. This person is a boss though. They're very, yeah. And I feel like some of you may be getting married to this person or making commitment to this person or this situation. Okay. So let's get a card on this King of Cups and see what this is about. We've got the Magician. Interesting. So I feel like at one point in time, this situation or this relationship with this King of Cups character, I feel like it's something that you really wanted. I feel like it's something that you manifested. I feel like it's something that you made happen. Okay. But I also feel like, you know, we go through stages where we want something today, but then when we get it, we realize that maybe it's not the best thing for us. And so I feel like at one point in time, this relationship or this situation or this person, you really wanted them. This is where you thought you wanted to be. This is where you thought that you wanted to settle down. This is where you thought that you wanted to make things happen and create with this person. But I get the sense that that's not necessarily the case now. All right. So I feel like it's time to move on. It's time to create something new in a new place, with a new person, or in a new situation, okay? So I feel like November is a lot about movement for you. It's movement from instability to stability. It could be movement physically from one place to another, or it could be movement from one relationship to another relationship. But regardless, I feel like whatever this movement is for you, I feel like you feel good about it. You may be in your feelings about what you're leaving behind, but I don't feel like you're going to be dwelling in those feelings. I feel like you're really ready to move on and move on to calmer shores, more stability, and more groundedness in your life right now. All right. So now I'm going to pick 3 rapid fire cards, 1 card for relationship, 1 card for career and money, and 1 card as general advice for the month. So let's start with relationships. Let's see what we have. All right, Sag, let's see what November has for you for relationships. All right, we've got breakups and makeups, and this is exactly what it sounds like. I feel like many of you have been going round and round with someone. I feel like it could represent this King of Cups character. I feel like you have gone through breakups and makeups, like it's been a cycle, and I feel like in November that cycle is definitely going to end. So I feel like you may break up for the last time, or you may make up for the last time, right? And that stability to instability that I was talking, or that instability to stability that I was talking about before, I feel like even if you're not moving on to a new relationship, I feel like you may be moving on to a more stable cycle in your current relationship, okay? But whatever it is, the cycle of breakup to makeup, instability, not knowing what's going on, I feel like that's ending in relationships this month. All right. Let's see what we have for career and money for November. All right. The Anchor. This is nice because I feel like when it comes to money and career, it is stable. So I feel like I don't get the sense that this period of instability that you were dealing with, I don't feel like it had to do with your money or your career. I feel like your money and career has been stable for a while, and it will remain stable in November. So I feel like it's not going anywhere. There's no rockiness. There's no instability. There's no, I don't know what's going on. I feel like by and large, money and career is looking good and very stable this month. All right. And then let's get 1 last card as general advice for the month for you. We've got a leg up. All right. So what I like about this energy for you is that in this movement from instability to stability this month, I feel like you're going to get assistance. So you're not at this alone. Okay. I feel like you're not traversing this road alone. You may not even be moving alone. And even if you are moving into a place where you'll be living by yourself, I feel like you have at least someone who's going to help you move, someone who's going to help you on this journey, someone who's going to help you re-emerge into a more stable situation or relationship. So you will be receiving assistance this month, and this assistance is divinely guided. So whoever comes to your aid, they're definitely supposed to. Okay, so by and large, Sag, I feel like November's looking pretty good for you. You're re-emerging as a new person. You're going from instability to stability. Money and career are stable. Relationships, you're going to get off this rocky boat and you're going to be moving into much calmer waters. All right, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of the November 2022 Taroscope. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important piece of information from this reading. And speaking of reading, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, that link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy November, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.